back to another video, and I'm really excited about today's video just because of the fact that I usually don't feel proud of reviewing a product that I can easily recommend to you to purchase. Today, it's that day.
Oh, I didn't know that's where you were going with that.
No, I feel great. This is a great product. We are going to talk about the iPhone 17, Apple's base entry-level smartphone of 2025. That, in my opinion, it's the best product they have to offer in their phone lineup.
It is the absolute best value out of every single iPhone that they have on sale. 100%.
Let's talk about it.
So for the longest time, it's always kind of felt like, and this is such a tough thing to describe, but like...
Go ahead and roast them, bro.
The iPhone 15s, the 16s, the 17s, they're flagship iPhones.
Oh, 100%.
But because the Pros exist and the feature set that the Pros have, for whatever reason, for the past few years, these have not felt like the flagship iPhones. It's felt like these are the iPhones you opt for if you want to save a couple $100.
But you're sacrificing a lot.
And the real flagship is the Pro,
Right.
even though the Pro is actually the Ultra model iPhone, right? Like that's the Ultra premium iPhone. These are the flagship, right? Mm-hmm. And now, compared to basically any other year, the 17 actually feels like a true flagship iPhone. Do you know where I'm going with this?
The calculator app. It finally has it.
Right? Yeah. and and the ProMotion display.
That's 100% true. Not
Right.
as good as a calculator app, but
Yeah.
the ProMotion display for sure.
ProMotion display is here. It is the same caliber of ProMotion as the Pro iPhones.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be saying Pro a lot. Take a shot every time you hear us.
Pro. I just got him out of the way.
Yeah.
As well.
It's the same LTPO panel, meaning it goes from 1 hertz to 120, just like the Pro caliber iPhones have.
Right.
So happy to see it because for the longest time, it was like you opted for the Pro for like a expansive list of better features.
Yep.
Adding something like ProMotion to this phone narrows that feature set down, in my opinion, a pretty solid amount. ProMotion doesn't sound like a big thing, but it is.
Especially when you're used to having that kind of display, it's difficult to go back. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Just at these price points, we're used to seeing them on Android counterparts at this price point.
That's another argument. That's
Yeah.
right. It's just the fact that they can't justify charging you that much when they don't have you that feature that everyone else does have.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's great. I'm really excited because it does, like you said, it does make it a little more balanced. I think it justifies the cost of this phone. It makes the package feel caught up to the market. It feels like this phone is rightfully a flagship now, where before it was barely in that field.
Yeah, you know what it feels like? It honestly feels like if you were to walk into an Apple store and you just say, I want the iPhone 17, you're picking a really, really solid device that honestly doesn't have a lot of compromises. Right? So performance powered by A19. You have now ProMotion display.
ProMotion display.
2 very solid cameras on the back of the phone. You get the IP68 water and dust resistance rating. You get your MagSafe, your USB-C charging, your camera button, your action button. You're getting, and of course, like you have compared to the Pros, you have like the classic iPhone design too, glass on the front and back, ceramic shield 2 on the front, aluminum on the enclosure. This is like...
It's the all in all.
This is what the vanilla iPhone should be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is what the vanilla iPhone should be, and that's super exciting.
Now it's really cool because Apple did something different this year. I feel like normally what they do is they take the features or the selling point of the Pro level phone of the year and they take that feature and they put it on the following year's base model.
That's right. We saw that with camera control,
action button. You know, you go back with like dynamic island, with the notch, the camera layout, things like that, and it's something that's been a trend until this year. Now, yes, there are exclusive features that the Pro model has for sure, but I feel like last year with the 16 Pro, I mean, I don't know what happened with the 16 Pro. The 16 Pro was
Apple Intelligence wasn't enough for you on the 16 Pro?
Boys! 16 Pro, I guess, didn't have enough for this phone to borrow. So they borrowed something that wasn't just an exclusive for the 16 Pro, but just a Pro feature in general, being the Pro Motion display.
Yep.
So in this case, yes, you do have a really good package. And of course, you're not going to have all the Pro features like I mentioned earlier. I mean, you're missing out on some things like the chip. The chip is being one of them. You do have an A19 chip, but it's not the A19 Pro chipset.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
A19 is still really capable.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, even the standard A19 is still on that 3nm process. You don't necessarily get a bump in RAM with the 17.
That's right.
8 gigs, regardless of whether you go 256 or 512. I am happy to see 128 go as far as a storage option.
Good
just
riddance.
256 or 512. 8 gigs of RAM with an A19, iOS 26. It's an iPhone. I think performance is one of the least bits of my concern.
Yeah. And unless you were doing some kind of heavy rendering or processing that they advertise you could do, that I don't think 99% of people do,
Nope.
you're going to be fine.
Yeah, for the vast majority of people who come and buy this phone, the A19 is going to be sufficient for years on end.
I agree.
Speaking of upgrades.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of upgrades, how does a 130 milliamp hour bump to the battery sound?
Here's one thing that made me happy across the iPhone lineup, except for the Air. Batteries got better. I mean, technically, the Air doesn't count because there's no previous Air model.
That is a very good point.
But
that is a very good point.
Batteries overall got a big jump, and
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that.
Battery life on essentially any iPhone. The Air can also last you a full day depending on what you're doing,
Right.
to be fair. But the iPhone 17, 3,692 milliamp hours, so just shy of 3,700, which is like around 130 milliamp hour bump compared to the 16. Battery is really solid. Like I said, A19's proven to be relatively powerful and battery efficient, and I think Apple's done a pretty good job of focusing to improve battery life across the 17 lineup.
It didn't feel like a sacrifice whatsoever when it comes to power, when it comes to processing, and even with the cameras, because we know that this one does not have a pro camera system, but even if it doesn't have the triple camera system that the iPhone 17 Pro has, the lenses that we do get are pretty good.
Dual 48?
It's a dual 48, so
Yeah.
the only thing you're missing out on the back camera system, it's that telephoto lens, that 4 times optical, 8 times digital zoom.
Yeah.
You don't have, but you still have the 48 megapixel wide and the 48 megapixel ultra wide, which are amazing.
Yep.
If anything, I don't think I would change anything about those because they're good enough as they are.
Yeah.
Because the Pro also has them. Now, the one feature that I don't even take full advantage of this, but I like the option of it being there a lot.
Yeah.
Is a new center stage selfie camera.
Yep, that's also here. The 18 megapixel.
That is one of the best features that I've seen on a smartphone in a long time. And I know it's not crazy. I know it's not revolutionary or that innovative.
It just makes a lot of sense.
It's very practical.
Yeah, it just makes a lot of sense.
And it's so good that this phone has it. It's not exclusive. Apple could have easily said, we're going to keep that feature exclusive for the 17 Pro, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And it's here. And the pictures, they're good iPhone quality, they're high resolution, you have the 48 megapixel option, you have 18 megapixels on the front. So either way you take back or front pictures, they're gonna be great.
Again, it's just another aspect of you're not necessarily sacrificing in terms of battery life.
Right.
Or camera performance whenever you get an iPhone 17.
It is a solid package. We cannot stress this enough. But that's it. That is the iPhone 17.
It's just such a solid phone.
One of the best, well-rounded, full package smartphones that Apple has done in a long time.
Yeah.
Apple lately hasn't been, how do I put this? Hasn't been good. So
you don't even get Apple stickers, man.
You don't.
I mean,
even
I
get
know
Apple
that
stickers.
hasn't been a thing for a long time.
But you look back at things that we used to
This
have.
is such a look at this, bro. This is such a depressing unboxing experience.
It's terrible, bro. Not even AirPods. AirPods just have a cable. Anyway, this phone is a very, very good package. This is one of those phones that, like we said in the very beginning of this video, is easy to recommend.
Yeah.
Because we know that everything you're getting, it's going to be of good quality and it's something that you're going to be able to enjoy and take advantage of, and not feel like you're missing out into the Pro models that came out this year, and including the iPhone Air, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a different league of its own. Now, when it comes to pricing, that's another great thing. It didn't change. We're looking at $799 and $999 for the options on this phone, $256 and $512 respectively.
Yeah.
$200. I was gonna say
$200 bump for double the storage.
I don't know if I would
Kind
jump.
of crazy in 2025.
I don't know if I would jump for $200 when it comes to storage, but the option is there.
Apple's
in case you wanna do
notorious
that.
for scamming you on storage.
It's a strategy.
Man.
It's a great strategy.
Someone has to stop them.
No. I think you should. If you're coming from an iPhone 15 or older, I think you absolutely should get an iPhone 17. If you're not super set on the telephoto or the telephoto.
And you know what's funny is, as we're putting this video together, I started thinking to myself, I'm like, it feels like we haven't talked too much on the iPhone 17.
Right.
But in a way, I feel like that's always kind of been the appeal of the iPhone, right? It's just supposed to be a phone that is supposed to excel in almost every single category.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this phone does, right? Like, it keeps it simple, but it still gets everything done.
And it looks nice.
And it gives you exactly what you're trying to
Dude,
get.
and you have good colors.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Lavender.
So good.
I think lavender is the best one. There are 5 colors for the iPhone 17. There's lavender, there's sage, which is like a nice green color.
Right.
There's mist blue, and then your classic black and white.
I think the iPhone base models have always excelled when it comes to the color options. So you have plenty of options right there. 2 storage options for a good price. Let us know what you think.
And in the year 2025, the base model iPhone has never been a more compelling buy. Crazy times we live in.
Insane.
Crazy times we live in.
You couldn't have paid me to say that a year ago.
But thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one if we can ever get our hands on a OnePlus 15.
Till the next one.
Peace.